Alright guys, welcome back for another Dokkan Battle video. And today, as you can see here, we have an entire list of every single free-to-play character that you can attain in this game. And the reason I'm doing this is to give insight on any tips for any characters, newer players can use when dealing with the Dokkan Ultimate Clash. So, first of all, I want to say this: if you're new, I would take this as a time to start farming up these characters as you're leveling up, because you have to be level 150. Well, you have to be at rank 150 in order to actually take on Ultimate Clash. So this is a good time for newer players to start farming up any of these characters. Working on their easy A's, because some of these characters do have easy A's. So the first one I'm gonna start with is this Gotenks. So this guy right here, from the Goku and Friends Are Back story event. Now the reason why I want you guys to get this guy right here is because he's, on the JP side he got an awakening for Golden Week. And the reason is because if you look at his passive, he gets 90% attack and defense, which is pretty good. And then he launches an additional attack which has a medium chance of becoming super attack when facing one enemy. So he has the potential to triple super, because he's got his initial super attack, he's got the medium chance, and then he's got his hidden potential chance in order to triple super in the end. So, and then he gets another 40% attack and defense when target enemy is in the defense down status. And since he greatly lowers defense, if he gets that second super attack, he's going to activate this and it's going to do more damage. So in terms of just a unit, he's a decent option for your super int team. And he's got some really good link sets. He's got Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, Shattering the Limit, Over in a Flash, Shocking Speed. So he's going to have good key links and link up well with other units. So then there's this Raditz. This Raditz is extreme int, and he is, he was okay prior to his EZ, but once he got his EZ, now he's like godly. And you want to get him done because aside from being useful in Ultimate Clash, he's also going to be useful for future easy areas that you'll need to complete in order to, easy A. I think it's the Prime Battle Tech Goku. I think it was the first Prime Battle. I think you have to use Raditz for certain easy A's for certain characters. So Raditz is really good, and I said before, he's extreme int, so he's really good. Candy Vegito, super tech. So already you've got a super int character, a super tech, an extreme int character. Because remember, for Ultimate Clash, you need a super int team, you need a super AGL, physical STR, and tech. So you need a super and extreme team for each type, and you need at least 7 of each, because you can only fit 7 characters, so you need at least 7. I always recommend a little bit more, like have a couple maybe backup teams, which is always a good option, which is also why I'm bringing up him, because since he leads low-class warriors, you could use the Team Bardock for the final boss on the first stage, instead of using, say, the boss is physical, instead of using your, extreme physical, instead of using your super SDR, you could use the Team Bardock team. So those are kind of like the strats that you could use, have him as your secondary leader, because he does lead low-class warrior. And so instead of wasting, your super SDR team and then, maybe down the line needing that team, you can use your Team Bardock team with him as your secondary leader skill. And going off of that, for the first stage, you don't even have to, because I know for the first stage it's the enemy is Paragus, and he's extreme physical. You could beat that stage with the Ginyu Force or the Team Bardock squad. So Dokkan Ultimate Clash, you also got to play it smart, because instead of just wasting one of your teams, like I said before, Super SDR, you could just use Ginyu Force and you could beat the first stage with Paragus. And then for the final boss, which in that stage I'm not totally sure who it is. I did it, but I don't remember who specifically it is. But you could use then the Team Bardock squad, like I said before, and then you just use him. I mean, this Vegito Blue, there's not really nothing that really needs to be said. He's easily one of the best leaders that you can bring in. He gives 70% to all types, so it doesn't matter if they're Super STR. I mean, he could be one of the backup teams you can make. But yeah, I mean, like he is. I mean, people may say he's a little difficult because of the metals that you specifically need to awaken him. But I mean, it's worth it. He's still really good. Again, this Gohan Super STR really good. This Gohan gets stronger per rainbow orbs you give him. I mean, and just in general, he's an easy A, so his stats are going to be pretty nice for a free-to-play character. So he's going to be extremely useful for your Super SDR team. And then not enough needs to be said. I already covered these guys in a video. Please, please, please farm all of these guys up. Every single one of them. Because you can use them to beat the first stage of Ultimate Clash without having to use a Super STR team. Because since Paragus is the first fight and he's extreme physical, so you don't waste a team, and in fact you can use your Super STR team as a backup team. Get the Ginyu Force done. They're actually really good. And so currently, and recently on JP, this Ribrianne got an easy A, and she's like godly. And again, I'm gonna bring this up probably a lot. She leads a Peppy Gals team, so you can create a free-to-play Peppy Gals team with this Cocoon Sun Rosie, as well as other Peppy Gals. So you can use this Peppy Gals team as a backup team again. So you kind of want to be smart with Ultimate Clash if you know that you can beat certain stages or like gimp it with just like category teams. Always try to go for that. She leads a Peppy Gals team. You can make a decent Peppy Gals team with Rosie and Kakunsa as well as others. But I mean, like she's still really good on her own. You know, Super SDR, really solid. Obviously, these two units you have to buy from the Baba Shop. So if you've never done Ultimate Clash, you can't really get these guys. Same thing with these. You know, any easy A free-to-play characters are going to be really good in Ultimate Clash. So make sure to get these done, and especially this Lord Slug because you do need him fully awakened and rainbowed to easy A the Tech Prime Battle Goku. Again, any Prime Battle LRs are going to be really useful, really helpful, essential if you want to at least get decently deep into the event because I don't know currently on global if anybody can actually beat the Dokkan Ultimate Clash like completely. I think you can get pretty far. I think you can make it to at least stage 3. So I mean, obviously you're not going to get all the way, but you're going to get a decent amount there. And you know, using all the Prime Battle LRs is going to be really helpful. She's not that good. I mean, if you want to farm her up, you can, but it's like that. She's kind of a skip. I mean, this Piccolo, after 5 turns, he fuses with nails. Do I think I think that you're gonna get to the 5 turns? Yeah, probably. Especially if you're free to play. You're probably gonna beat the events pretty slowly, but I mean, 5 turns, fuses with nail, heals you, so that's also really important. The little rangers, I've actually found them to be quite useful, surprisingly. I mean, they super attack at 9 key, which makes it really helpful. So like they don't need a whole lot of key in order to super attack. But they're really solid on a super physical team. Like they're not like super crazy, but they're still pretty decent. The super int Gotenks, he's good because he can stun, which is a really good ability because you can stun in Ultimate Clash, so he's going to be really good. This Prime Battle Vegeta is good because of his damage output. He's going to be able to do some solid numbers, and when he gets hit, he launches 2 additional attacks that could be super attacks, so he's going to be really good in terms of outputting damage. These two are going to be good instantly because, they've got easy A's, easy A stats for free-to-play characters, putting up really good damage, and helpful for Super AGL, Super Tech. So as I go through this, I would make note of who you want to get, and if you already have them, but you say haven't completely rainbowed them, maybe work on that. And I mean, already you've got this Vegeta, Candy Vegito, and I mean all the teams don't have to be completely free to play. This is just good free to play characters that you could put on your team if you're missing or don't have enough of a certain type, or you don't have enough good types. I mean, this Broly's decent. I mean, I've actually used it, and I found it to be actually quite good. Like, he's not like super uber duper like crazy, like monstrous, but he is a decent option to run. This Frieza's really good. This Frieza's probably one of the best extreme free to play physical units that you can bring. Because Frieza's a guy, by the way, if anybody didn't know that already. Frieza actually gets defense when he gets hit, and he also has damage reduction by 40%. And he gives all, I think it's movie bosses allies like 30 or 20% attack and defense. And on super attack, he buffs allies attack by like 25%. This Giru's still good because he seals, so this Giru can both seal and I think he can double. I mean, he's double supered for me pretty regularly, so I mean, you have 2 chances to seal the enemy. Like I said before, any easy A's are going to be good, so please farm up this Kid Vegeta. This guy is actually really good, surprisingly, because since he lowers the attack and defense when he super attacks, you can actually like lower the enemy or boss's attack pretty significantly. I found to the point where they don't do a whole lot of damage to you, so he's going to be really nice for that. Vados is okay. This STR Gogeta is going to be really nice. You know, he outputs tremendous damage, so that's always going to be really beneficial. The second form Frieza is also really good. Om's lowers attack and defense, so he's. I mean, I found him to be really nice. You stack attack and defense, so both of these are really good, solid options. This Goku counters when he's in the 3rd and 2nd slot, and he has a chance to dodge in the 1st. So please get this man. Again, not a lot needs to be said to get him. He's an easy A, probably one of the best. Prime battles, obviously you want to bring Prime Battle LRs, really good. This Goku, invaluable, extremely good. Again, you'd have to be Battlefield quite a lot in order to get these guys. So they're Battlefield memory units, so I don't think you'll be able to bring these. Okay, the 2 androids. Now the 2 androids, I found them to be like it's kind of like Extreme Int Super Saiyan Broly. They're okay, but together is how you're really supposed to run them. So unless like you want to make like maybe like a Android team, like I said before, you know how you can have like a Peppy Gals team to maybe cheese it. You could try to make an Android team. I mean, Prime Battle Cell is artificial life forms, so I guess with these guys you can maybe try to do that if they're on the artificial life forms category, because they're really meant to be used with each other side by side. I mean, this little guy is really good. He stacks defense when he super attacks, and he has like, depending on how many orbs you give him, he has like 2 additionals that could be super, so really solid unit. Cumber's really good. Again, for the fact that he lowers defense and attack, so really solid. This Android, when paired up with the Baba Shop Android 13, they can foresee super attacks, which is a really important ability. I would say just recently these guys came out. Yamo and Spopovich are really good. They heal on super attack, which is also a really important ability to have. This Gohan transforms turn 1, and then he does more damage against extreme class, which is always going to be helpful. This Amasu Goku is going to be super good. A really valuable unit, probably one of the most valuable ones that you can bring. So, again, extremely good, extremely good. Get this guy done. Again, these 2, easy A's, really good after their easy A's, really important. Get these guys done. This was like a little mini celebration that that Global had. I don't remember this all that much. Okay, what else we got? Oh, we've got these guys. Again, I already made a whole video on them, and if you need more convincing, I mean, I don't know, you gotta go check out that video. I mean, I managed to no item the Blue Gogeta stage, the new Blue Gogeta stage, without any items. So again, these guys are really, really good. Probably one of the best free-to-play teams. Not one of the best. Probably the best free-to-play team, honestly. Probably the best free-to-play team. This Bulma, she is an April Fool's login reward, but I mean, I found her to be really good. And really good, not to just be like, oh, she's just really. No, she's really good. She's actually really decent. I really like Ren and her. And then this physical prime battle, Krillin. If you didn't farm him up, you're a fool, because he's really good for World Tournament, and he's going to be really good in Ultimate Clash. And then these 3 units are going to be coming to Global during Golden Week. So again, farm these guys up when they come out. They're all really good in their own rights. They all like boost Goku's family, so you could make like Goku's family team with these guys and run them. So they're all going to be really good with each other. They're all going to have good synergy. This Cocoon Sun Rosie, I would say pretty godly units, honestly, because they're just so good. Before they were just, like regular old banner units that no one really gave a damn about. But they're just so good after both their Awakening and Easy A. This Goku, again, you could only get during the 4-year anniversary, so he's pretty unobtainable. This little guy, you have to beat Super Battle Road, OG Super Battle Road. So if you have done it, this guy's going to be super good. And then just going down here, Team Bardock obviously is going to be good, and these are just all the LRs. Ginyu you have to get from unlocking all the Ginyu Force and rainbowing them, so he's also good because obviously he leads the team. And then all these other characters that are all from the Battlefield memory currency, except for this Kid Goku and Bulma. I actually really want this LR, but you have to beat other stages of Super Battle Road, which I don't have strong enough teams to do so already, which is a bummer because, I really like this character, this unit. So there you go, guys. Those are my tips for certain characters that you should be farming up. Obviously, again, this is just a suggestion. I'm not saying that you have to only use free-to-play characters to beat it. Obviously not. If you've got any other characters, just make sure that you have enough, like 7 Super, AGL, Tech, Physical, SCR, and Int, and Extreme, AGL, Physical, Int, Tech, and Physical teams for each. So these are just more like characters or like fodder for places that maybe you don't have enough. So say you don't have enough Super Physical, guess what? You can use a little Ranger dude. You don't have enough Super Int, you can use Go Tanks. So these are just suggestions. I always say that on the first stage, use the Ginyu Force, and then the boss on the first stage, always use Team Bardock, because you can cheese it with them because the first stage is not very hard. Oh, I forgot a couple of these guys up here. Let me just go quickly over them. This Bulma's good. She has a chance to reduce damage by like 50%, so she's really solid. Again, Prime Battles don't need to really say a whole much. They're really good. This Kid Goku's also really good, as well as this B-Pan. She has an active skill that boosts attack, but she can also defend really well. Same thing with him. He can attack and defend pretty well. If you have him, you can't really get him. They're discontinued. But if you somehow can get him, I would use him because he does have an easy A. This Yamcha I wouldn't use because usually Yamcha cards are pretty bad. But, going through up here, obviously these guys you can buy in the Baba Shop. You can use them, but they're not the best anymore. This Android 8 is also good because she lowers attack. That Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he's okay. Again, like I said, with the Extreme Physical Androids, I think 14 and 15, if you pair them up with this guy, then they can foresee Super Attack, so that's also really good. This Cooler, when he gets his Easy A here on Global, is going to be really good for that event. So I just want to quickly go back up, see if I missed anybody. Again, free-to-play Kid Goku and Raleigh, really good, really good. This Goku just recently got an Awakening. So, really good. This Gohan actually I found to be pretty decent as well. This Gotenks is kind of okay. He's not the best. These two, when they get their Awakenings, you should definitely take them in. as well as this Android 13. Also, this Tarble is really good when he gets his awakening. So for many of the free-to-play characters currently, they don't have their awakenings or EZAs yet due to Global being behind JP. But for all of the free-to-play characters that I've shown you that have EZAs or have gotten awakenings, like on JP, like this Tarble, you want to bring them. They're really good. So I'm just going to quickly look over here, see if anybody else. Again, this Frieza, like I said before, doesn't have his awakening or EZA yet, but he's super good. I mean, like, personally, I'm going to try to get this guy as soon as possible and rainbow him, and I'll probably make a rainbow showcase on him when he comes out. So just looking back on it, again, any character that has awakenings and EZAs, you want to bring with you, like this Kaba, and obviously this Trunks. So just quickly looking at it, everything else, I don't think there's any other just great unit. I mean, these guys are okay. They're just like really tedious to like awaken. But the best one is probably LR Great Saiyaman. If you're going to focus on any of them, focus on these guys. So I don't think there is anybody else. Yeah, so there you go. So, I mean, there you go, guys. That was, you know, everybody that you should get if you don't have, say, enough units on your mono type teams, both super and extreme. So that's my tips for the better free-to-play characters that you can bring. If you're still confused about it, please let me know down below in the comments so I can make a video about it, because I don't want to, you know, just leave this video and then have people still be confused. I mean, again, tell me if you're still confused what you exactly want me to cover. So please go down there, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.